faith walkers. Walk on in, walk on in, walk on in. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Andrea Carter, your inspirational guide as well as your faith mentor. And I'm so glad that you have chosen to spend the next 7 to 10 minutes with me. I want to tell you that not only will this be a good experience for you, but I'm hoping, praying, and believing that it'll be a growth experience. The Faith Over Fear movement and this YouTube channel was created to inspire you as well as myself as we journey through life. I'm here to talk with you in developing more faith and trust in God. I know you are a faith walker, I know you are a believer, but I know that we all have a desire to walk in an abundance of faith. And this channel is solely for us to strengthen that inner man through the Word of God and prayer, and thus strengthen our faith in God. Today, I'm going to talk to you from a topic called No More Limits. And I consider myself, because I'm a no-limit soldier, and the reason why I say that is because I came from a city that was very impoverished. I came from some traumatic experiences that I would not wish on my worst enemy, as we say. But I want to let you know that I was able, with God, I was able to overcome so many challenges in my life. So I want to talk to you about a topic called No More Limits. I was reading a book one day, and the author, Peter Zing, said, don't push growth, but remove the factors that's limiting growth. What are the factors limiting you, faith walkers? Is it blaming? Is it somebody else's fault? And that's the victim mindset. That's the victim road. Is it self-doubt? Is it lack of faith? Is it unbelief? Or is it your mindset? Believe it or not, our mindset is one of the biggest limiting factors to our growth. Our mindset is simply a set of beliefs that we have adopted. And we know that. And what do I mean by adopted? You know, when we adopt a child, it's not our child, right? So when we adopt these beliefs, those are not beliefs. That's not the report that God has for us. That's not the belief. That's not in our DNA. So these beliefs are external. They come from the outside of us. They don't come within us. And a lot of times they're foreign to us, but we adopt those beliefs. They are foreign. And some of the beliefs that we have that are limiting our growth, thus stifling or hindering our walk in God and our growth in God. We have a lot of those beliefs. But I want to say, faith walkers, today, I understand that being an educator for 20 years, I taught a number of students who just didn't believe that they can be successful, that they couldn't walk in excellence in school. And it wasn't, just like it's not your fault that you have these self-limiting beliefs. It's not your fault. And it wasn't their fault, but it is your responsibility to address those self-limiting beliefs. It is your responsibility to move from those self-limiting beliefs. What are limits? Let's take a look at what are limits. A limit is a boundary. We just stop right here. A limit is a restriction, right? It's a point or level beyond which is something that does not exceed or may not extend. In layman's term, where we talk about limits, we say it's a belief that you cannot go any further, or you can't do something, and that's what we talk about when we say remove the limits. That's what we mean, or remove those things that are hindering our limits, that are hindering our growth. You're going to, there are some things that have been told to you growing up as a kid. And the reason why I say we adopted those things, that psychologists say, watch this, faith walkers, psychologists say by the time a child was 8 years old, his personality has been set. That's what psychologists believe. That's what the data supports. So by the time we were 8 years old, there's been a lot of self-limiting beliefs that's been told to us. Sometimes I've heard it all as being an educator for 20 years. I heard parents sit in meetings tell me that so-and-so is not going to be anything because his daddy is not this. You know, I've heard people say his daddy is not successful. I've heard people say that they're not able to do such and such because they're too thin, or they're not smart enough. But where are these thought processes coming from? They're coming from things that have been told to them. Those self-limiting beliefs that somebody told to them that has conditioned their mind. So now that is their new mindset. But that's not in their DNA. That is not what God told them. So what we do sometimes as humans is we adopt what other people have told us. We adopt what other adults have told us. We adopt the opinions of others regarding ourselves and make them our reality, or make them fact to us.